Hello, everybody. Thank you again for joining us today. We are very pleased at Chamber Chat to have the opportunity to talk to and meet the brand new owners of Petit Pierre Bakery here in the Magnolia Village. This is Pierre and Joanna, his wife. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having
Hello.
us.
Thank you for having
Uh,
us. Yes.
Absolutely. So, everybody loves Petit Pierre. Tell us a little bit about the genesis of it, your ownership, how it got started, that type of thing.
Well, Jason, the idea of us having a business is not new. We were thinking about that like many years ago, like in New York City. And Joanna is from the Pacific Northwest, from Issaquah, exactly. And she always uh, amplify on the fact that it's it would be better to do it out here than in New York. Less stressful, more family oriented, and that's something that we really considered. And the idea matured for many years and evolved as it went. Uh, Petit Pierre Bakery is been in the Magnolia community for now 5 years and has been like thriving through the community. Everybody loves the previous owner. So when we were approached about the opportunity to take over that business, well, we were excited because we are a family. We have Madeleine, our daughter, that is 5 years old, and growing through the community of Magnolia with our family was a great challenge for us, with new ideas, establishing ourselves in a family neighborhood as a family is just like exceptional for us.
Yeah, you fit the demographic perfectly with a 5-year-old child. That's awesome.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
one of the things we've been talking a lot about the last few months is kind of the love local aspect, making sure that we support local business. But we'd love to hear from you personally. Why is it important for Magnolia to support a business like yours?
Again, it's that same concept as we're not a corporation. We're very much just me, Pierre, our five-year-olds there some days as well. We're really just a small family local business that's just kind of trying to survive through a pandemic as well. And I think especially for Magnolia being that demographic of just everyone's kind of, you see lots of families come through. Even my daughter, when she's there, she's, if she hears like kids' voices, she's like wanting to run out and say hi. It's like, but it's that kind of idea that it's just very family oriented, community oriented. And I want, people, I think that's important that people understand or see that, my husband, Pierre, and I are there every day, morning till night. So you'll see us all the time. Either we're in the back or in the front, but it's just us. We've got a great team that love seeing all the familiar faces every single day, and we get a lot of people in the community to stop in, just say hi, and I think that's important that we all kind of just support each other through this. I think just as a community, but also through a pandemic and trying to
Yeah.
manage those struggles and
And we also we care about the product that we pull out. We meticulously craft every single pastries that are put out through the day, and and it just feels like the response from the community has been like tremendous since we ever since we started here, and and everybody is embracing uh, the new things that we and the new twist that we bring in the Petit Pierre Bakery. At the end of the day, we are not changing much, just like bringing our own identity into the place, and it feels like the Magnolia community has been very, very, very welcoming everything that we pull out through so far, and we take great pride of delivering like a good product to the community.
Hmm. So keep what's great already and then add to that.
Yes.
I noticed you added, I think, some new sandwiches just a few weeks ago, and
Yes,
that's
we
nice.
like uh, the challenge was like also to develop that sandwich and lunch segment that um, I think like has a huge potential for like the community, and especially when everybody's at home, like they want to see the diversification like into the offering that Petit Pierre has to as in the display, you know. So that sandwich program and has been like very phenomenal. Like and everybody like on weekends we run out of bread. So
That's awesome. That's a great problem to have. So one of the things I've talked to several business owners about, especially in the pandemic, is it's so easy to look at the negatives of what we faced and what we continue to face, but what are some of those positives? So, for you and your perspective, what are you hopeful for about the future?
Um, I know with Pierre and I, we've discussed a lot of new things, kind of that whole wanting to take Petit Pierre into just the next level of being able to offer more like the lunch options, not just look at us for, just the breakfast pastry, grab your coffee, you can come back. And a lot of people actually has been great. They've come in for their morning coffee, their breakfast coming back for lunch. That's kind of nice. We do have a lot of, I know with my style, we're really looking forward to kind of just bringing our own style into the bakery, doing kind of our career kind of spans decades. So we've been pastry chefs kind of all over the place, from like Paris to New York, where we met. And I've been a pastry chef here in Seattle for years as well, and all have a lot to bring, especially to this neighborhood, but to this bakery. We're excited to kind of put our own little twist on everything as well.
yes.
So
Yes, it's true. Like, you know, like we have an extensive background, but that doesn't mean that like we want to do like something so upscale that it's not that, you know, it doesn't fit in that neighborhood. Like we want to stay to the core of like the value of like the community of Magnolia, which is family. And like family, it's like having like five kids entering with their parents in the shop, looking at every single cookies, and like you see their face drooling because like they want to grab every single pastries, you know. So that's what we hope for, you know, to see in the future, is that like to grow and to know all these families, you know, and see the kids growing as we also stay in the community, you know. So that's, I think that's like really what something that we look forward to experience, because we have not like yet achieved that type of like uh, we have not experienced this so far in our career. So I'm like very excited about like that that aspect of the business, and I really hope like he's gonna move to that direction.
Awesome. One of the things I've also talked to people about is how, supporting small business is so vital, because a lot of times you see that small businesses are very involved in the community, unlike larger companies who just can't be practically. So, what are some ways that you find yourself plugged in and involved in? What things do you support?
so we've we've been over, I think, taken over for about 2 months now, and we've slowly kind of started to meet everyone that comes in, all kind of speak with our guests that come in, the neighbors, getting to know the community a little bit more and more and more. I've always get that sense of like, when you say you're raising children, it takes a village. And I feel like it's the same concept. It's not just with children, it's just community. It's being able to support each other. It takes a Magnolia village to really just kind of thrive. And then I know we kind of spoke on the positives of, during a pandemic. And I think one of the things that come out of it is just that I think people are more aware of that you really do really need to support local businesses and not so much box stores, because that's kind of what is really makes your community at the end of the day. And I'm very grateful for Magnolia, because I feel like this community definitely embraces that idea. And we see people every day, and we're trying to do everything safely. Everyone's keeping their mask on and doing everything safe, but we're still able to support each other through it. So it's been really great. It's been
Yeah.
really heartwarming.
And we've been discussing with Joanna like a way to kind of like give like give somewhat
Give back.
give back. So and we can look at it like in the future more in detail, but like some ideas would be like to organize like a day of a percentage of the sales goes toward like a local school, or like a helping again, like sponsoring things like that, like the soccer team, or like like other ways, and so I feel like that the community would love this type of support, because like it's them like coming to the bakery that also support, like it's a big circle at the end of the day. And I just feel like there's so much potential, but like so far, like what we've been looking at is like potentially organizing like these like maybe once or twice a month, like a day where like a portion of like the sales would go toward like an association, or like a school, or like the the dance studio, or like who knows, the but like towards like in staying into the Magnolia community.
There may be one or two people, and that's about it, that don't know where to find you. So if you would describe your physical location, but also more importantly, website, Instagram, Facebook, different ways for people to find you and know what you're up to.
Yes, so we just redid the website to bring like our vision, and so for people to see what we do. It's petitpierrebakery.com. It's brand new, and well, we are located in the center of the Magnolia village, like a great destination. You have Discovery Park, like right next door. Like on weekends, like I see so many new faces that comes just for that attraction and that beautiful scenic view, of like the Puget Sound. So we are right there, and ready. And like I love like what the Magnolia community has been doing in the front of the store, with like all these tables, like to accommodate like families for their pastries, or like their pizza from like the pizza shop that is next to us, or things like that. So yes.
Awesome. Pierre, Joanna, thank you so much for joining us today and telling us a little bit about your story. And um, we'll be seeing you very soon, I'm sure.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Jason.
Thanks. Have a good day.
You too.